Hello there, traveler. Today, let's take a break and make the cheesy naan from Monster Hunter. Now, even though I miss the cat chefs, I still think that this cheesy naan is worth making, so let's get started. Now, traditionally, this is made with a special oven, but I'm going to use a method that just involves a stovetop and our hands. So while this won't be the most authentic naan, it is a great alternative for having an $800 special oven in your home. Now, we'll need quite a few ingredients to make this happen. We'll need 2.5 teaspoons of dry yeast, 2 tablespoons of sugar, 4.5 cups of flour, 2 teaspoons of salt, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 3 tablespoons of milk, 2 tablespoons of plain Greek yogurt to start, 1 large egg, 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil, and 3 tablespoons of ghee, as well as mozzarella and warm water. We're going to add our yeast and sugar to a bowl with a 1/4 cup of warm water and set that aside while we combine our dry ingredients together with a fork or whisk. Then we can add in all of our wet ingredients and get to mixing. The goal here is a smooth dough that isn't too sticky, so if you're mixing and notice it feels too dry, you can add in more Greek yogurt to get the right consistency. I ended up using a little under a 1/2 cup of yogurt total. And then you can add it into an oiled up bowl covered with a towel to rise for about 1.5 hours. For me, my kitchen was running a little cold, so I heated up some water and placed that and the bowl into a cold oven to help get it started. Once it doubles in size, we can take it out and divide it into 8 even pieces. You can absolutely eyeball this, but I weighed the dough, then divided that number by 8. An important note here is to make sure you divide the dough by cutting it like with a bench scraper rather than pull it apart, as that can destroy the gluten structure you worked so hard to build. Honestly, this little $12 bench scraper is probably the most used item in my kitchen. Once they're divided, we should roll them out onto the counter. You almost want to cup your hand and push it inwards on itself in a circle to get it into a taut ball. Once you get good enough at this, you can do 2 rolls at once. Once they're all rolled out, we can place it on the counter to double in size again underneath a washcloth, or use the oven trick again. When it comes time to put them in a pan, we first need to roll them out roughly into the size of the pan of our choice. I'm using this size of pan, and this will be on a rather low heat so that the top of the naan bubbles like it should. Once it is nicely browned on one side, we can flip it and wait for the same to happen on the other side. Once these come off of the pan, we can also brush some ghee over top. Now for the cheese. Since we want to get a good pull, we're going to go with mozzarella. And since we don't have an active campfire going, we're going to take our mozzarella and pour boiling water over top of it, which will help it to stretch out. To handle this, I'm using gloves, but if you still have nerves in your hand, you could use a slotted spoon to get the same result. I'm then going to slather this over the naan and serve. Now, I think cheesy naan is great, and I had this as a full meal, but I can definitely tell this wasn't an authentic naan that I could get in an Indian restaurant. However, it definitely will be making its way into the food rotation at my home, and I understand the vision they had when animating that cheese pull. Thank you so much for watching, and if you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. I'm a new channel, so your support means the world to me. I'll see you next time.